Hello, everyone. Greetings and salutations to all. This is Delvin, and a warm welcome to each and everyone at MUSC Red Devils NCR. Today's video is something that is not exactly a happy note, but there is still a lot of pride, a lot of backing, and a lot of support to whatever transpired, because there is no reason to be ashamed or upset about this performance. Yes, it would hurt a little, but then that's how the game goes. I'm talking about the Women's FA Cup final between Manchester United and Chelsea, which took place a couple of hours ago at the Wembley Stadium, where Chelsea women emerged victorious 1-0, courtesy of a Sam Kerr strike in the 68th minute of the competition. It was a pretty heartbreaking loss for the United women, who had made the stage for the first time in their 5 years of formation and have been a pretty consistent side of late with form under their belt. They also entered this game as table toppers in the Women's Super League and had momentum under, they had the confidence, they had everything that could have made a difference in this game. However, the one thing that they unfortunately did not have was the experience to play on a big stage, something which that Chelsea side had in abundance. And in a game which saw the record for the highest attendance at a game in England being broken, close to 77,500 people watched that game. I think we fell short agonizingly, and Sam Kerr, our tormentor in chief, our wrecker of hopes, our hope breaker, was once again the difference between the two sides. Sam Kerr is one of the best strikers in the world at the moment, and she capitalized fully on the one chance that she got, thereby becoming the difference between the two sides. Talking about the game, United did start the game very, very well. We had the ball in the back of the net within the first 20 seconds of the game, but unfortunately, the goal was ruled out for an offside call, which came pretty late, much to the annoyance and perturbance of the United players and the managing staff as well. As the game progressed, the game became a little cagey, the game became a little dicey. The United backline was skilled and talented enough and did a very good job of not giving Sam Kerr much of an opportunity to create havoc the way she does. The first half was United having the better of the exchanges as the game passed by. United were the better side indeed. We did create quite a few chances, good quality chances also. There was a period around the half-hour mark where both teams' goalkeepers were called into action, and Katrin Berger did a very good job of avoiding. I guess it was Leah Galton, her shot, and whereas Mary Earps did equally well to stop a deflected effort from going into the back of the net. So at the end of halftime, Chelsea were not exactly dominant. Chelsea looked a little off the pace, and it was due to the skillfulness of the United attacks which made them take a back seat. Uh, the trio of Ella Toon, Katie Zellem, Alessia Russo, all of them did a very, very good job of, keeping the Chelsea backline honest, keeping the Chelsea backline on their toes. But unfortunately, what happened was, in spite of we being the better team in terms of chance created, there was an inclination of the United side being just that tad bit cute by trying to walk the ball into the back of the net when there were many opportunities that presented themselves where a shot would have been a better option. Unfortunately, that did not happen, and the score was goalless at halftime. And a goalless half against Chelsea often is a cause for concern because of the sheer dominance that this side has had in English football over the past half decade. And soon enough, Chelsea this season also were suffering a bit from injuries, but they had some of their best players to call upon from the bench, and Harder was one of them. As soon as Harder was brought in at the hour mark by Emma Hayes, the Chelsea manager, the complexion of the game shifted. Up until the 60 minutes mark, up until the hour mark, United were the better side. They also managed to rattle Chelsea in a way that Chelsea were beginning to give away silly fouls in situations and in positions where United players, especially Katie Zellem, could put in a delivery inside the box where there were able and willing players waiting for that one perfect ball so that they can put their heads onto. Unfortunately, that did not materialize. Call it pressure of the moment, or the huge expectation burden. Also, it could be a reason, but it would not be the only reason if we had to pinpoint and pick and choose. But from the introduction of Harder, Chelsea just kept on piling it on us, and finally that pressure finally resulted in a goal where it was once again none other than Sam Kerr, who got that one chance of note which Chelsea created throughout the second half, and she scored with that. And unfortunately, after that goal, you could see the shoulders drop in. But to United's credit, they did not give up. Since that goal, they did everything they could to make sure that we could get an equalizer and take the game to extra time. We were robust in our winning of the second balls. We did create a good amount of chances going into their attacking third, putting in some very good quality crosses and trying to get in numbers inside the box. But unfortunately, it did not happen. A perfect cataclysm of the entire game would be in that virtually the last kick of the game, where we almost had the shot, but unfortunately that shot was blocked, and we were given a foul after in the aftermath. So that was our entire game in the cataclysm. We were great in vast majority of the game. We were the better team, arguably, in vast majority of the game. But Chelsea's experience, moves, and where how in this situation where they've been constantly in and around Wembley had a telling effect. That is something which you cannot replicate. Experience is something that you cannot replicate. However, this loss should not deter us from the fact that the girls did an absolutely amazing job. The season started off with the primary goal being achieving Champions League football, which we did. But throughout the course of the season, we also went on a brilliant run where we currently find ourselves on top of the WSL and in the FA Cup final. So this season should be counted as an achievement in itself, irrespective of what happens, because people need to understand that this club was reformed only 5 years ago. And within the course of 5 years, making an FA Cup final, being on top of the WSL also represents progress. And I heard a few people calling us bottlers like Spurs, and to that I just say it's a bunch of bull. You cannot compare us to Spurs, because this is a team which is just finding its feet, and with the quality of the performance that was on show, we kept Chelsea honest for vast majority of the game. Makes me to believe that we are here for the long term, we are here to stay, and we'll only get better from here. uh, with that being said, I think that is the exact message what United Women manager Mark Skinner gave to his players after the final whistle, where he gathered everyone and spoke to them saying that it's fine. There will be other opportunities. Yes, we lost the big game, but failure is nothing but a stepping stone to success. And we need to dust off this disappointment, this heartbreak as quickly as possible, because there is the small matter of the Women's Super League. As things stand, United find themselves on top of the table, with Chelsea breathing right behind them with a 1 point lead at the top. However, Chelsea do have a game in hand. United's last two games of this season are against Man City Women and Brighton Women, and Chelsea currently play Arsenal in a midweek fixture. So we have to make sure that the setback is quickly put behind us so that we can focus our attention towards winning the WSL, which in itself is a marvelous achievement. So, yes, disappointed with the result, but extremely happy and extremely proud of the effort by the girls. They gave their all on the pitch. Unfortunately, this time it wasn't to be, but that trophy, that honor, and that success will come soon if we do this day in, day out. Let's focus our attention to the Women's Super League, where we can hopefully and potentially end this season with the title. Champions League football is already secured, so it's only onwards and upwards from here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you do like the video, do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, please do not forget to press the bell icon so that you're notified for each and every video that we put out. Also, we are perpetually active on our social media space. Do go give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram. The link is in the description below. Do join us on our WhatsApp group where every day is match day. So we'd love to have you on board there as well. So we come to an end of this episode. Thank you so much once again for tuning in. Till next episode, this is Delvin wishing all of you goodbye. Do take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay healthy, and GGN you to all.